Good morning, children. In my last video, I had talked with you all about bones and skeletal system. Now, if you could recall, I had said the skeletal system consists of four main parts. Number one, the skull, followed by the spine. Next comes the ribs, and lastly, we have our limbs. Now, let us talk about the first part, that is the skull. Now, children, the bones of our head region, they form the skull. Now, in the skull, children, you know what is present here inside the skull? Yes, you are correct. It's the brain. So, children, the bones of the skull, they protect our brain. Right. Now, this skull region, children, it has a total of 22 bones, out of which 8 are present in the upper region and the rest 14 are present in the lower portion. Now, in the skull region, children, we have two jaws, our upper jaws and the lower jaw. Out of these two jaws, children, our lower jaw is movable. We are able to speak, talk, eat, chew, all because of this movable lower jaw, whereas our upper jaw is fixed. Now, children, apart from this, we also have this nose. When you touch this nose, children, you can feel it is made up of something strong. Now, actually, it is a strong tissue which is called as cartilage. Now, children, our brain, it grows till we come to the age of 18 years, right? Now, let us talk about the second portion of our skeletal system, which is the spine. Children, a long flexible column of bones right from the back, it is at our back, and it extends right from the neck region to the end of our back. Okay, and it is also called as the backbone or the vertebral column. In total, children, when we are born, it is made up of 33 bones, and out of these 33 bones, again, some of the bones fuses with each other, and when we grow up, we are left with a total of 26 bones. Each bone of these vertebral column, children, it is called as vertebrae, and in between these vertebrae, children, in between two vertebrae rather, there is a cushion of cartilage present. This cushion of cartilage, children, it acts as a cushion and prevents these vertebrae. Suppose if these are the two vertebrae and we have a cushion of cartilage in between, it prevents the two vertebrae from coming in contact with each other. Right. Now, in these vertebrae, children, there is a hole in between in all the vertebrae, and through this hole passes the spinal cord. Now, children, so our spinal cord, it protects our, it is protected by our vertebral column. Right. Now, coming to the third portion, that is the rib cage. Ribs, children, it is made up of thin and bow-shaped bones, right, which forms a cage-like structure, just like a cage. You must have seen a cage. So these ribs, they are made up of thin, very strong and cage-like bow-shaped structure, which covers the heart and the lungs. They protect the heart and the lungs, which are present in this cage. Children, we have a total of 12 pairs of ribs. Out of this, the last 2 pairs of ribs is called as the floating ribs, because they are attached only to our backbone. They are not attached in the front region to our chest bones. They are not attached. Okay, so one end of these floating ribs is free. So they are called as the floating ribs. And lastly, children, we have the limbs. Okay, so children, we have 2 types of limbs. The forelimb, which is present in our arms, and we have the hind limbs. So in total, we have 2 forelimbs and 2 hind limbs. Thank you, children. This is enough for today. And I think this video, once you go through this video and then go through the chapters, the concept will be more clear to you. Thank you and have a great day ahead.